You know what? I can't even get too upset. The Vancouver Canucks have just lost. Again. Continuing their seemingly non-ending path of wins followed by losses, followed by wins, followed by losses. The Vancouver Canucks have not won 2 games in a row since that Eastern road trip they had back in Washington in October. Since then, the Canucks have gone down this weird path where they can't seem to win games in a row. And they had a chance to do that today against a Colorado Avalanche team that, as we highlighted earlier in today's show, absolutely pummeled on the Edmonton Oilers. But alas, Vancouver's win-loss streak continues today. And honestly, considering the competition, I can't get too upset as to how that game went down. Yes, there were some imperfect parts of how the Vancouver Canucks played today. You can say what you want about Kevin Lankinen and the rebounds he was giving up. I honestly do think that he was kind of shaky for most of this hockey game, and all of those rebound chances on the ones that led to goals and the ones that were barely swatted away, it was a noticeable pattern for him and his goaltending. But I can't even get too upset because he made some really good saves in this one too. It's weird, man, the dichotomy of being a Canucks fan watching and cheering for this version of the team in 2025. Lankinen has some stellar saves, but he has a few juicy rebounds that lead to goals. It leads to the overtime winner. Vancouver gets caught on a little bit of a flat-footed shift in the overtime, and it's ultimately Avalanche prospect Gavin Brindley who seals the deal and hands Vancouver their very first overtime loss of the year. Now, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Gavin Brindley's goal was at the end of the game. Let's talk about each of the other moments that stood out in this one, because Vancouver lost in overtime 5-4. This was a game where the Canucks did not have the lead in any part of it. But they did claw back, and they did show some pretty good heart to win these battles and to get back in the fight. Because the opening few minutes of the game, it was already doom and gloom. Nathan MacKinnon scores 2 goals in the first 8 minutes of this hockey game. It's just like what happened yesterday. Nathan MacKinnon got pissed off at all of the rest of Canada talking about Macklin Celebrini and Connor Bedard being at the top of the points list. And he was like, hey, how about I get on there too? So he scores 4 points yesterday against Edmonton. He opens up this Canucks game with 2 goals in the first 8 minutes. He adds 3 more assists later on. He gets 9 points in 2 games over the weekend. Nathan MacKinnon is a dog. And I mean, it's some pretty good passing by Makar and Nichushkin, which gets MacKinnon the first goal on a really nice feed in front. Lankinen had no chance. And then the second goal on the power play, it's Victor Olofsson who throws it back. Nathan MacDaddy walks onto the puck, comes into the middle, and fires it by Lank the Tank. You had some Vancouver power plays as well. They didn't convert at the early stages of this game, but you know who did convert to bring the game within 1? It was Linus Karlsson, who gets a goal assisted by Phil Hronek and Evander Kane. Hronek throws the puck towards the goal. It takes a weird bounce. Karlsson is out on the side of the net doing rebound duty, and he puts the puck through his legs and up and over Mackenzie Blackwood. It's a beautiful goal scored by Linus Karlsson. That's his first of the season. He finally gets one. I'll say this, the Abbey line, especially in the third period, I was really impressed with the puck movement and the tenacity that they were able to play with in this particular game. It's almost like they matched the intensity that Colorado was tossing out there. You then had the second period where Kiefer Sherwood gets the only goal of the frame. This is a play started out by Brock Besser, who chucks the puck into the Avalanche corner. Sherwood then tries to battle for it, he loses it, the puck gets played up the wall, but then the Colorado guy mishandles it and it gets played back in front. Sherwood is already behind the defense, he walks onto the puck, comes out in front, and backhands it by Mackenzie Blackwood. It's a really nice 2-2 tying goal. 2-2 doesn't last for long, though, because 28 seconds into the third period, you have Artturi Lehkonen burying a Brent Burns shot feed. It's a really nice play by Burns. He throws it towards the slot, and Lehkonen is there to tip it by up and over Lankinen. Nathan MacKinnon gets an assist on this one because he throws it back over to Burns. I have Burns in fantasy, and Olofsson. So I was honestly feeling pretty good about how this game went down. My opponent had Martone, though, who was able to get some points later on. However, before that went down, we had ourselves another Vancouver Canucks tying goal to bring the game up 3-3. It's a beautiful play by Drew O'Connor shorthanded. Valeri Nichushkin in the Vancouver Canucks zone shoots it down the boards, and for some reason he rims it around for nobody. Martone isn't there. He can't get to the puck quick enough. Puck rolls out into the neutral zone where Drew O'Connor picks it up. He's got Kiefer Sherwood on the opposite side, but instead of trying to find the pass, he just rips it on goal. It's a weird play. It's a weird rolling puck. He's able to capitalize on the unpredictability of it and go top shelf. Drew O'Connor has started to find his game in a way that I don't think a lot of Canucks fans really expected at this point. Considering how he started out the year, he really didn't look all too comfortable, nor did he look as effective. But now he's playing with pace, he's setting up guys, he's getting some goals. Drew O'Connor is a stud, and I think I'm going to use one of my 7 ads tomorrow on him because he looks pretty good. However, 3-3 doesn't last very long, as you have Tom Wilander, who ends up taking a holding penalty on Gavin Brindley. It's a really good play by the young Avalanche, who comes in on Kevin Lankinen, and he tries to break free from the check of Wilander, but Wilander kind of takes the guy down. Honestly, I don't have a problem with the penalty being taken, because if Wilander didn't do that, that would have pretty much been a breakaway. But it goes to the box, and Artturi Lehkonen ends up burying a Martone rebound. 4-3 Colorado after MacKinnon throws it over to Necas. One-time shot. Lankinen gives up a juicy rebound, and Lehkonen is there in front to get the goal. This is what we're talking about, man. Lankinen with those rebounds. He had quite a few of those moments in the game that I thought were kind of iffy, but this one resulted directly in a goal. The Vancouver Canucks then get themselves their own power play as Gabriel Landeskog takes one of the stupidest penalties he could have taken on Quinn Hughes. He cross-checks the guy out of nowhere. He knew that he did something wrong. It was absolutely a fumble on his behalf. Skated to the box without talking to the referees or anything. And it's Brock Boeser who ends up throwing the puck towards the goal for a beautiful Jake DeBrusk tip. It's a power play goal for Vancouver that doesn't take very long, and Brock Boeser is the catalyst who just kind of allows the play to come to him. He watches Connor Garland open up that slot by leaving the middle and going to the corner, which creates a beautiful split-second lane for Jake DeBrusk. Boeser throws it in front, and DeBrusk tips it up and in. 4-4 hockey game. Cale Makar had some beautiful moves towards the end of this third period. It's like he decided he wanted to score, but ultimately does not get that to go. He had some really nice opportunities that Lankinen had to fight off hard. I didn't like the rebounds, but then again, you can't blame him for stopping it. Those were very difficult saves, especially with the speed that Makar was attacking at. And in the overtime, it's Mac Daddy and Makar again. They get themselves assists on Gavin Brindley's 5-4 winner. Yeah, Nathan MacKinnon just decided to get 9 points over the past 48 hours. That was just his choice. He wanted to do that. And it's Gavin Brindley who comes in, kind of catches the Canucks flat-footed a little bit as he enters the offensive zone. He takes a shot on Lankinen, and the rebound is out in front. Lank tries to make a play with the paddle. You know, it's weird. He takes a little bit of a split second to try to swipe at it, but he misses. Kronik is behind Lankinen, so he's not really able to touch up on it either. And Gavin Brindley, following his own rebound, just comes back to the front of the goal and shoots through the 5-hole. It ends up going through. It's a really unlucky play for Vancouver as the Canucks fall 5-4 to the Avalanche. I honestly can't be too disappointed with that hockey game. And I'm trying to find a but at the same time kind of thing. No, I really can't. Like, it's Colorado. Back-to-back nights, Kevin Lankinen had to play both the games. He made enough saves to get the Canucks a chance to win both of these games. Say what you want about the rebounds. You want to see those cleaned up, but hey, back-to-back situation against the best team in the league, against the best point scorers in the NHL, defensemen, and total. I mean, it's hard to ask for anything more, right? Maybe except for a win. But life ain't perfect all the time, so I can live with this. If you enjoyed this video, you can feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, likes, dislikes, they help out with the algorithm big time, so I'd appreciate that as well. What are your thoughts on the Vancouver Canucks and the Colorado Avalanche game? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.